Chill. What's going on, everybody? I was trying to multitask. I didn't know clue what was happening there.
You got the chia out.
I did. What am I eating?
Nutter butter. Oh, no, that's not what it's called.
Nutty Buddy.
Nutty Buddy. Is it a Nutty?
No, I don't know. This is the Nutty Buddy episode.
Dude,
ladies and
I
gentlemen.
love nut. It's Nutter butter, right?
No, they're two different things.
What's the actual name of it?
Nutty Buddy.
Are
They're
you
incredible.
sure?
Peanut
Yes.
butter and chocolate. It's a Reese.
Yes.
It's a Reese puff, like
Reese Puff.
formed.
So many.
We're coming up with so many
peanut butter
names
and
right
Peanut
now.
butter and chocolate always goes good together. Like there's nothing. I don't like dark chocolate, but it has peanut butter, and I'm a fiend for peanut butter. Yep.
That's what you just said.
Eat it.
Oh yeah, there
I
it
got
is.
you. Yeah.
Incredible.
Hello.
What does this have to do with Apple?
I honestly, I have no idea, but it's very,
Apple
very
flavored
good.
Nutty Buddy.
We can. I think everybody can attest to that. Nutty Buddies are incredible.
Peak.
Yeah. Well, the reason I'm eating one, because I wouldn't have been eating one, maybe I shouldn't just accept food from people. They say, hey, try this. But David had him in the freezer. And he's like, you need to try this.
cold?
I saw him doing
Yes,
it yesterday.
bro.
He had all the guys standing around like, try it. And I was just like, what is going on? And I just fell into that trap.
Is it better with
It
frozen?
was really good. I've never tried it like
I
that.
like
Yeah.
most things.
Well,
that are
thanks for
cold.
letting us have some, Alex, so we can try that.
Yeah, well,
He has chocolate all over his fingers.
David's the culprit. He just snuck in there.
Yeah, no kidding. What's going on? What episode?
39.
39.
39. We're getting close to that 50.
Absolutely.
And I think I figured out the big surprise. So as we lead up to it, I know what the big surprise is. For
All
50.
right.
What's
we'll have
that?
to figure that out. No,
Yep.
you can't. It's a surprise.
Oh,
Yeah.
I hate surprises. If you didn't know that, despise them.
Really?
I like being in the know.
Here's a fact about me. I'm not good at surprises. If I get something like big for something, for someone,
You're
Mhm.
gonna
dude,
spill.
I have to buy it that day. I'll spill it.
Oh, I'm pretty bad on that. If the gift comes in, I will like, hey, I know your birthday's in a month, but
Yes.
can
I
we
just
can
wanna
we
give it to him
celebrate
now.
today?
Yes.
It's more of a gift
I
for
feel
it's,
that.
It's a more of a gift
Yep.
from me because I want to see
Yeah.
you get it. You know
Exactly.
what I mean?
You don't
Yeah.
want to wait a month.
No, like I don't really actually care about
I'm
your birthday.
so on board with that.
I don't care
Yes.
about your birthday. I don't care about your
Give it to you
reaction.
now.
And it sucks. I'm going to take your birthday gift
Right.
back. Yeah.
But speaking of surprises,
Speaking of surprises,
That was a nice segue. I like that.
we can call it, maybe we should call it M4 week, but we're not going to. We're just going to call it an Apple Drop week. Last episode, you heard a couple days ago, we were preempting
yep,
the M4
MacBook Air.
MacBook Air.
yeah,
So much more than
It
that
has
happened.
dropped.
It has dropped.
It has dropped.
We got a lot more details that we were waiting for, but also other things have dropped. A lot of confusing things. There's a lot of information.
right. I think
this week.
the one of the most confusing things is the Mac Studio. They dropped that with a new chip.
Yeah.
which is kind of confusing to me because I thought there's
Why-
an M1 Ultra.
Why
nothing
is Apple doing this right now? So they're coming up with new acronym 16E for the phone.
Yeah, we're in the
Mhm.
middle of March. Why
They're
are all
like,
these
hey,
drops?
We're going to confuse the heck out of them and then reinvent the game. I don't know what's happening because now we got like an M3 Ultra Light chip, Ultra Max.
So well, Apple and it's weird because so they have the M3 iMac, but they don't have an M4 iMac. But they have, or do they? No, they just came out with the M4 iMac. They have the M4 iMac, but they don't have the M3. They skip certain generations.
Yeah,
It's
I don't know
very
why
very
that is.
confusing to keep track of unless you are, Timothy Cook.
And hey, Swagman. Let's call him Swagman. Tim Swagman Cook. His shoe game is strong.
That is true.
Yeah, he reminds me of an older version of Jonathan.
Very stylish.
Yep.
Especially for a CEO.
Yeah.
He's a little bit older.
Yeah.
Looks good.
But hey, 40s is the new 30s, so 50s must be the new 40s.
I see 50s.
He's got to be. Hey, can we figure out how old Tim? Thank you,
Tim Cook.
Timothy
CEO.
Cook. We
All
know
right,
him.
let's take guesses. Landon?
54.
59.
50.
64.
I was going to say.
Where are you now?
I see. I said
Where
in
are
the
you now?
60s, and then you convinced me to.
I
My
said 54 and you said 59.
my prayer to the camera is when I'm 64, I have a bunch of younger guys sitting around talking about that guy's got swag.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah,
Tim Cook's
He's also CEO of a $1 trillion
Apple.
company.
yeah, it probably has something to do with it.
Yeah. Okay, back to the Apple stuff.
Back to the Apple stuff. So the drops, the chips. What I was going to ask was, I'm not as knowledgeable as far as the hardware piece of it on the interior.
Yeah.
Usually, if something breaks, I don't put it back together. Like you can
Mhm.
put it back together. I can't do that. So the Ultra and the Max is going to sound like a dumb question, but everybody should know. Do you think it has to do with the size? Like
No.
No?
Nope.
Can we talk about what actually happened with the Mac Studio? I don't think we went over that.
Oh yeah,
Go
because
ahead.
we didn't know.
Yeah, we didn't know.
What is actually the Mac
Yeah.
Studio? So we have this
Well,
listed
so,
here.
Yeah, what is the upgrade?
So revamp.
update?
So
What
this
is
is
it?
2 years since the last revamp
the
of
Mac Studio,
the actual Mac Studio.
not
and,
the Mac Mini, because that got changed.
The Mac
recently.
Studio, by the way, is a awesome
Studio.
device. It's an excellent device.
M4 Max and M3 Ultra chips with Thunderbolt 5, which we had talked about Thunderbolt 5. But the M4 Max is up to 75% faster than the M2 Max chip available in the previous generation. So it went up 2 chips.
Wait, but they came out with the M4 Max chip, but then they also added the M3 Ultra chip.
So they gave it a medium version.
But the
MFI.
the M3 Ultra chip has 2 M3 Max chips linked together.
Is that kind of like doing RAM?
So I don't know. It's a processor, so no, not necessarily. I guess the idea of it is there. You know, you have 2 8-gig sticks of RAM, but I don't know how they do that.
Another thing that blew my mind.
80-core GPU.
Yeah. Then, well, check this out. Now it can be configured up to 16 terabytes of SSD storage.
That is insane.
And it was 8 terabyte max was the last version. That was 2 years ago.
16 terabytes?
Yeah. I could fill it up in a week, but that's still a lot.
That's a lot of storage. No, that's a lot of storage. That's a lot of, people that have those, specifically creators that have video, photography, they have that and they have a big screen because they need the resolution of the screen. Yeah, but that's insane. So,
and the Thunderbolt 5 too, 100 gigabytes per second data transfer speeds.
Yeah. Pretty
What?
insane.
Yeah, you imagine that podcast instead of waiting for that to transfer onto your drive.
Yeah.
I plug it in and like it's done. You're like, wait, what?
Right. It already takes minimal speed because of the
Yep.
SSD we have. But
It
imagine
can-
literally plugging in, it's already there.
It says that it can be priced at a whopping
Yeah.
$14,000.
Like decked out. Like
Yes.
To the max. Like if you put every single thing in it, it's up to 14 grand.
Yes.
That's stupid.
It's insane. Obviously, if you're going to buy that, though, you probably need it for something. You're just not
Right.
going, hey, give me 10 of those.
Ready
Right.
for your shock. The new Mac Studio can be used with up to eight 6K displays at once, such as
What?
Apple's ProRes XDR. Imagine having 6 of those XDRs.
Right. You got
6 of those, which is insane.
Yeah, and then
But like, who's doing that at once? Who has 6 monitors?
I can guarantee you somebody is. There's got to be one because that's
There's
why they're
some-
there.
Right. That is true. That's
And
why
there's
they
probably
make
a
it.
lot more people than we think. Big production companies or stuff like that. They might
Sure.
need all that.
Right.
That
Yeah, I
actually
guess
are,
not in one.
but explain
one
to
sit.
me. We're talking about the difference in chips. The U.S. pricing continues to start at $1,999
your base model.
for configurations with an M4 Max chip, and at $4,000 for configurations with the M3 Ultra chip.
So when they came out with the Mac Studio, it was M1 Max 512 32 gig was the base model one. It came out for $19.99.
Boom, off the dome.
So now they are having the M4 Max chip, which is replacing the.
That was some ball
Money.
knowledge you just dropped
Oh.
right there. You just off the dome.
I've been waiting for that, and I missed it.
So now they have the M4 Max to replace the M1 Max.
And at how much?
$19.99. Okay.
Got him.
You could have said the wrong
Uh,
price. I just needed it.
For $19.99, yeah, $2,000 for that device. You're getting a lot of Mac.
Yeah.
I don't
like
think it's
that.
crazy.
Getting a lot of Mac.
Getting a lot of
Yeah,
Mac.
you're getting a lot of Mac. I think it's a good device overall. I love it. I don't have one because every time I get one, I end up selling the thing.
Dang it.
And somebody wants one, and I can never say no. Like if you want to buy it, I'll give you the phone in my hand. Like I genuinely don't care. But we end up selling it, and every time we get one, we have one on the shelf right now. I've been tempted to pop it in there, and it's just nice to use and not have to.
The Mac Studio.
But they're nice. But overall, I mean, the M4 Max. I'm more excited to talk about the MacBook Air
What's the monitor that's on your the conference
Studio.
studio?
Yeah, that's the cheapest version of the.
In what?
And the user before it put a sticker on it, or was that you?
What sticker? The Apple sticker?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was me.
Oh.
I thought you would enjoy that actually.
No. Why would you do that?
Alex hoards those stickers.
I don't know. Somebody.
You're
gave me
not
the
supposed to
sticker.
tell people.
Yeah, he has a collection of stickers.
I've got every different size and every different shade.
Yikes.
No, but
bad.
it's
That one's on me.
Mac Studio is pretty crazy.
Yeah,
That
it
is pretty.
It is a powerhouse. I can't imagine 6 monitors. It makes my heart happy.
Yeah.
I wouldn't know what to put
Actually,
on
that-
every one of them.
No,
on
and those
Apple's
things are
website
30
right now.
inches a piece. I mean, that's a lot of room. If you do 3 and 3, I mean,
It's like a car.
it's like 8
Yeah.
foot of screens. I mean, that's a whole entire wall.
of just
Yeah.
that.
Yeah,
Pretty
maybe
incredible.
it's not enough to some people. Who knows?
Yeah,
The
maybe it's not.
MacBook Air.
MacBook Air.
Talk about it.
We got. Hey, do you want to run through blues?
Let's do blues. Okay. So let me get my list out of blues real fast. So Apple just came out with a new M4 MacBook Air. This MacBook Air is a new definition of blue. It's a new color of blue. But before I tell you the color of blue, let's go over the colors that Apple has given us when it comes to just the variant of the color blue. Pacific blue, Sierra blue, blue, midnight blue, deep blue, titanium blue, blue again, sky blue, midnight, blue aluminum, deep navy, abyss blue, surf blue, and then they just dropped the sky blue M4 MacBook Air.
Boom.
Which, what is that?
It's a money counter.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I actually love the color sky blue.
Okay.
It
I
is
think it's more of a baby blue. I mean, it's just easier. I
My
think
mom
baby blue.
says my blue eyes. They're the most
Mhm.
beautiful blue eyes.
Baby blue eyes.
Maybe that's where they made the Mac from, your eyes and your mother.
Is that a your mom joke? That was very intricate.
No.
Settled your mom.
We love
joke.
Alex's mom.
She is a loyal customer.
Yeah.
Yes.
She's in here often.
But baby blue, it is a little bit bolder than baby blue.
Yeah.
But it is.
Sky.
it's
blue.
But
still-
it's like a light blue. I don't know how to.
starting from $9.99.
This almost not this phone.
No.
I think it's one of the social phones. It's kind of like a bluish.
Yeah,
That's your
it's a 13 Pro Max. I can find
Sierra
it. Hold on.
blue.
Yeah, hold on.
That's your Sierra blue.
It kind of reminds me of that.
Hold on,
Now I
hold
haven't
on.
seen it up close.
It reminds me of that as well.
Like a powder blue.
But it's actually they go to the same as that color
You said
as
Sierra
the
blue?
yeah.
Spot on. It is exactly Sierra blue.
The iPad Air 4th gen came out in sky blue. Sky blue is the same color. So we know the color that it's going to be. I've seen the color. It's a pretty color.
And they not that it matters, but in detail, I'm kind of this way, especially like my home office. They are making the USB-C to MagSafe
Mm-hmm.
to match that blue that's coming out with it,
The charger.
the charger.
Okay, yep, that's color coordinated.
Yeah.
But they took away the M4 you can't get in space gray anymore.
Huge.
Which space gray is a big color.
That is a Apple staple, to be
Now
honest.
you can get it in midnight, but isn't midnight kind of blue?
Like graphite.
Or is that midnight blue? They came out with a midnight
Yeah,
blue.
So MacBook Air dropped in 4 new colors today, or whenever it dropped. Within sky blue, silver, starlight, and midnight. Midnight is almost like a mix of Sierra blue and
It says very dark blue, almost black.
yeah, almost black.
But it's
So-
not black.
No,
So we have two blue. They're two. If it's technically,
midnight blue. It's like a navy.
blue.
but maybe the space gray one wasn't selling. Maybe their colors were selling a little bit more than. I think the starlight's a cool color.
I
You
think
know,
so as
when we had kind of predicted this not too long ago, maybe, I can't even tell you, maybe 15, 20 episodes back, we talked about colors and what colors
Yeah.
meant as a Mac user. Because
Yeah.
they want people to feel, they want them to be able to express
Yeah,
themselves with like
personal.
phones.
Very. Yep.
Yep.
I agree.
Yep.
And now they're bringing that to the Mac.
Yeah. And I think even with the iMacs, it's a huge rate. We got a Coral
It's pretty sick, actually.
M4 iMac that came
I
in
saw that.
yesterday.
Baller.
It's
I
a
love that
cool
tape.
color. It's like an orangish. I don't even know how to explain it, but it's a really cool color. But it's a different color. And when you look at all, because they had a Coral
Ooh.
iPhone XR
I'm looking at
previously,
it right now.
so there's some pretty cool colors on there. Apple has been bringing out colors. I think the lineup of blues they have, 12 or 13 blues they've created, in the past 10 years is pretty insane. But sky blue, I wouldn't necessarily say that's a new color. I think they brought it back from the iPad Air.
Yep.
Because they could do that on anything. It's almost, they can put whatever color in any type of aluminum casing they have.
Yeah.
I think it looks good though. I think it will look good. I'm excited to see one. We'll have them probably here shortly. But it's a cool color to look at. It's a cool color to see. And I like the color blue.
Yeah.
I would like more reds, to be honest. But
Yeah,
Really?
one of my, I would say my third favorite ever phone was XS Max.
Yep.
Because it was the first product red that I had, and it was so big.
Mm-hmm.
That was the first time I never really put a case on my phone. And I would tell you constantly, people would say, "Hey, I really like your phone. That's really cool," because it was a darker
You
red.
said what model?
XS Max product red.
Did they have?
I don't think so.
Product
I
red?
got gold, space gray, and silver for XS Max.
Yeah.
Look
you're
up
thinking-
product red. Product red.
Dude, I'm telling you.
Product red.
XS Max.
They don't have one. Like
It's
an
just
official.
it's
way
just
to-
a normal X.
It was the X then.
They had a regular X?
Regular iPhone X. Not that either.
No, they didn't have that.
XR.
XR with
That's-
a
yeah,
single
there it is, product
camera?
red. You're right. Yep. XR.
Yep.
Yeah, product red.
Yeah, because they're like coral, yellow, black, white, just normal blue in product.
And
red.
only other product red Apple has had would be they had the 8 Plus. They had the 7 Plus. Maybe. Yep, that's the XR.
It wasn't the XS Max.
No, they only make that in 3 different colors. White or silver, rose gold. and-
We're about to have a showdown, ladies and gentlemen.
Now, unless you had a case or something or a skin on the back of it, they never did the product red.
The iPhone 14 has a product red.
Yep.
iPhone SE has a product red.
Yep.
Uh,
Yeah, I don't think they had any on there. iPhone 11, product red.
No, see,
What?
it was a real thing.
what XS Max?
Dude, that's an 8. That thing right there.
Let me see.
Okay, that's a 7 or an 8 on the top right. That one, you just passed it, is technically an XS Max, but that's not an actual device that came out. It's just like a Photoshop.
What was I carrying around for all that time then?
Bro is so sad now.
Has no idea.
No idea.
But anyway, that was the only product red I ever
Do you
had.
still have it?
No, I sold it to you.
Mm.
It's probably here. It's cracked.
Oh.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was the first large screen I had too.
But I would like to see a red MacBook.
Yeah.
I don't know who would buy that,
Ooh.
but I think it would
I think
be.
a lot of people would. If it
That's
was
a-
a bold
it's a
red
really
with a
bold red.
black Apple symbol.
And it's weird because they, I feel like rose gold sold very well with the M1 series of MacBook, but they don't have it out. They
That's
have the
MacBook
Starlight.
My mom has the
Yeah,
M1 Air. It's
yeah.
rose gold, very
The
clean.
rose gold's super clean. They don't have it anymore.
Would there be any purpose to having like the studio and the mini in a different color? I think so. It's
yeah, but I just
permanent.
don't think.
It's permanent on a desk
and
and not carryable around, and that's what people want to see.
Yeah, but
If you're smart, you have a case on, so what's it matter?
a lot of people hide those things though.
Fair enough.
They put it under the desk.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I thought about doing that, like mounting it.
Mm-hmm.
Only reason being, if I had a mini, I thought about this a lot. If I had a mini, I'm all about the mounting. You can mount it with cords going down.
Yeah.
So everything's on the back. If you put it next and against a wall, all the cords just hit the wall.
Yep.
So you got to like pull it out, and it looks dumb.
Yeah.
I think that's why
Well,
people want that.
You put it up against the wall, and then the cord's supposed to go behind
And the
desk.
cords are in the back, and that's why, like, if you go to like Best Buy, I've seen them before. I mean, they permanently sell them now because people don't like the design as much. So there's a holder. You
Mhm.
put it on top, so the ports are in the front, so you can
Yep.
actually plug stuff in.
Yep.
I think it was a bad design flaw, kind of like the charging port on like the Magic Mouse. and-
Could be. Yeah. I don't know. I think they're thinking about if it's sitting at a desk and it's on the back of this
Yeah.
desk right here, the cord, just like this, the cord just goes to the back of it.
I think they should make a MagSafe, almost wireless charger for wireless keyboard and the mouse.
Oh, yeah.
You imagine
Or
like a
just sit it on
placemat, you
there.
just set it on.
That would
Just-
be cool.
Well, Apple thought about doing that. They had something that you could put like multiple different devices on to charge. But I agree. I think they should be wireless charging, or they have a mat that you just set on your table, and your mat plugs in like a desk mat, and it just automatically charges the devices. I charge, over the weekend. I'll plug both of my mouse and keyboard in just to make sure they're ready to go for the next.
I'm a
Monday.
weirdo. I do it in the media room, and then I do it in here. Whatever's plugged in, I plug in the opposite over the weekend or like overnight.
Oh, do you really?
Yeah, and it's probably way charged, but like at home, it's never charged.
Bro, you never know. No, you can't
you're right,
ever
you
be
never
too
know.
charged.
Yeah.
It's like, I have 90%. Could have 100.
Could have one. It's hard because you can't tell. I wish there was indicator lights.
You can if they're connected to your computer.
I guess so.
But there's
then.
not indicator light. You want to just look at a keyboard and know
Correct.
what the percentages.
Correct. Like, do I still need to charge it?
Yeah.
You know, because it's inconvenient to have the charging port there. You know what I mean?
Yep. No, I fully agree.
What other things we come out?
They
Talk
came out
about
with the new iPad.
iPads
New iPad.
with the
iPad Air.
A16 chip instead of the A14. What else was in there? Apple's cheapest iPad, which starts at $349.
Yes.
But you won't get Apple Intelligence.
What?
Yeah.
No.
What?
I feel like that's so weird because it's just a software.
It really is.
Why?
It says the A16 chip decision was a bit of a surprise because some rumors said it was an A17 Pro for Apple Intelligence support, but that didn't happen. So you're getting a cheap iPad, but you're not getting Apple Intelligence. How important is it to you?
Yeah, I'm looking at it right here.
Depends on who's using it.
The
What's
iPad
an
Mini, iPad Air, and iPad Pro all get Apple Intelligence, but not the normal iPad.
This is just the regular iPad.
Yeah.
Yep, just regular iPad.
So they came out with a new iPad.
They did.
Or is this the iPad Air?
No,
New
new iPad. No, this is the new iPad that has the 11-inch display.
So is this the iPad 11th gen or no?
Yes,
Okay, so this is the iPad 11th gen that came
11th
out.
gen.
I did not see that.
11th gen, and then the iPad Airs got got two sizes.
Well, you're paying for a cheap iPad. I don't think that really matters. I think most of the time when people buy those iPads, first of all, AI is not fully there yet. The other day it told me that, something was wrong, and it was not wrong. You know what I mean? Like
Really?
somebody texted me and it said
Yeah.
something. I was like, because it paraphrases it.
Sure.
Like having a
Which
bad
can be useful.
having a bad day.
But we're still in beta.
Yeah. It's still. I'm not necessarily worried about that, but I think the main users for that iPad Air, iPad 11th gen at this point, are not going to be ones that use
Children.
AI. Yeah, kids or somebody just a cheap iPad. If it doesn't come with that feature, it is what it is.
Why would I? I know. I
I wouldn't
asked this
buy an
before.
iPad specifically for AI.
I know I asked this before. I get going between like my kid's normal iPad,
Mhm.
I think he's got a 10 gen or
Yep.
9 gen.
Yep, we just fixed it because he broke it.
So between that, and a Pro, I get that because that USB-C functionality, doing all that, amazing.
So
right?
you're comparing iPad and
But-
iPad Pro right now.
But I need to. Why I don't get it? I can't. Maybe price functionality, but the normal gens versus Airs. Why are they keep coming out with different versions? Is there a huge difference?
The Gen and Air are different.
That's what I'm saying. Well, how?
Well, first of all,
Because every time I go to get like a new iPad for my kid, I'm like, why do I need an Air versus a
you
Gen?
don't, but they have the option because people buy it. The
This is a good question. Why is there so many different kinds of iPad?
Right.
Well, if you think about it, there's 4 different types.
4.
There's a
Okay, right.
small one,
Of course.
iPad
which is
Mini.
for small, whatever. Like whoever wants to use it
Yeah.
can use the small iPad. It's a small iPad.
iPad Mini.
There's the iPad Gen,
Okay.
which is a cheap version of a larger iPad.
Okay.
Then they have the iPad Air, which has a higher quality screen on it.
That's it.
You can draw. It's a much higher quality screen. But yes, that is
I didn't
mean to have that
face. Yeah,
that is a
that's
lot.
it.
There's on iPad Air, they have Face ID or is it Touch ID? I don't remember. But it's like the next step up. It's the closest. If you want some pro features, but don't want to pay for a pro, that's why the iPad Air's there.
Boom.
Is that why
That's a good explanation.
the prices are different for repairs on Air versus
Oh, the screen. The screen is so much more expensive.
really?
Because on the iPad 10th gen, generational iPad, you have the digitizer and then the LCD. Most of the time, when you break your screen, you're going to break the digitizer, which is the glass.
Yep.
So if you crack your screen and your iPad's still fully functional, it's just cracked, that more than likely you have your digitizer needs to be replaced. Well, you take
Unless
that
it's
off.
my kid.
Yeah, and it gets both of them. And then, so you can take the glass off and put a new piece of glass on. So that's why it's a cheaper
That makes more
repair.
sense.
Glass on, glass off.
Glass
Yep.
off. But the Airs are it's all together.
You can technically do it, but nobody.
Yeah.
You're
David
then-
can technically do it.
Yeah, somebody
you
would
have
do
the
it, but
iPad
we
Pro.
don't do that here, just because it's easier to replace it, warranty, whole 9 yards, and it's a faster turnaround as well.
Yeah. So get the new chip. Also another cool, which I'm all about, like tech toys and accessories. It debuted a new Magic keyboard for the iPad Air to go along with the M3 iPad Air, which I'm kind of curious would it work with the other ones.
It says magnetic, so I don't know.
Yeah, it has a larger trackpad. Because people want the feeling of like a computer,
Mhm.
Larger trackpad and a row of function keys.
Right.
It connects to the iPad Air magnetically, receiving power through the small smart connector. The iPad Air works with the Apple Pencil Pro, much like the prior models. But yeah, I'm all about the keyboards. It has that, that USB-C thing.
Yeah.
Which actually, I've had it for like a little over a year, the one with the smart keyboard, my Pro. And I just figured out it has a port.
Oh, the charger port.
I have always connected
You can charge both
my
off that.
iPad like with the thing as it's sitting on there.
Oh,
And I'm hoping it's just charging the keyboard.
You know what's funny is the other day, or like we got it back the other day, but like 6 or 9 months ago, we sold a keyboard for iPad Pro, and it magnets to the back of the iPad Pro. And on the back of your iPad Pro, there's 3 little dots, right? And it connects to that. Well, we got this thing back saying, hey, it doesn't work. It's after 6 months, you know, it didn't work. I spent $250 on it, whatever. I'm like, okay, take a look at it. It works. You know what the problem was?
What?
Those 3 little dots need to wiped off.
I can see that.
Get a little dirty.
Like little brass dots.
Yep.
Yeah.
They just need wiped off.
Yeah, I can.
It's like wiping the smudge off your camera. That's all it was. Little rag.
Yeah.
Put
Is
it on
alcohol
there. Done.
good for that? You do alcohol?
Oh, you can do alcohol on that.
Sometimes I'll take my it's a few times now. I've taken my MacBook Pro over to Christian, and then Christian takes out this bottle, goes, and I was like, and I was like,
alcohol's fine on computer. You can dump the whole thing in.
I was like, I don't know what he's spraying my computer down for,
Yeah.
but he knows what he's doing, so we'll go with that.
Comes back good.
Yeah. So my question was, my curiosity question, the new Magic trackpad for that, keyboard has the bigger trackpad, which is cool. Makes you feel like you're on a computer because it is kind of tiny. But they have the new smart function keys on it. So making me think, are they going to bring back the Magic? No.
But that's just on
What was it called?
the touch bar?
Yeah, touch bar.
Well, that's just on a keyboard, though. They never had a touch bar on a
Yeah.
bar on a
And I know
keyboard.
these are just hot function keys.
I don't even know what they use for. Actually, half the time I accidentally press one and my whole screen goes into
Oh yeah,
7
the
different
side
screens.
it goes like to dock or sidecar,
don't
like,
use it at all.
and I go, oh, I did that before. I was like,
I use the volume and I use the brightness. And the other day, and I'm very upset about this, and I have a 30-inch monitor that sits this far away from my. I mean, I can do whatever with it. I had to take my font size
oh, here he goes.
2 steps higher.
Guess what? It's
Because
happening.
I was staring after a wire, I'm like this, like looking.
Did you
at
stand
it.
up and stretch your back? I got to do that every 5 minutes too.
No, I'm not there yet.
Yo,
Gosh, you
it's
guys are
happening.
old.
Dude, I was sitting there and I was like, I was looking at something and my font size was down and I was like, dude, this is ridiculous, man. Like, I need to get this done. And I
Look at he's like,
I put the font up.
it'll happen to you
It looks
someday
a little
too.
bit different. Let me ask you something though. If it's easier to read, why not just do it? Why stress yourself out?
See how he's like making it okay for himself.
Defending himself.
I'm
There's
good
been
on
a
my
couple times
phone.
where I don't knock on his office. I'll open the door really fast, and Landon's got bifocals, and he takes them off really fast. He's like, "What? No, I wasn't reading." I'm like, "I know it's happening. You're
There's a
getting
kid in
old."
my-
I don't have bifocals.
Just see if he's
I
paying
don't have. I
attention.
used to have glasses.
There's a kid in my math class that has the font size the highest you can go.
Do you do that with app sizes too? Like when you customize
No.
your screen?
I like it.
Yeah.
I
My
like the- I like
phone
the big
is
ones.
normal.
Mm-hmm.
Normal. I can fit as many
Yeah.
apps on there.
See,
But my
he's
computer,
making it
it's
okay.
a big screen. I'm staring at.
Aw.
Okay.
It happens. No, I will say though, when I use monitors, my dual monitors at home, when I plug my MacBook, I have to turn the contrast up because I can't see the font as it is.
Yeah.
Because it's not the same display at now I'm agreeing
Yeah.
with you. The display because it's not a glass. I don't know how to say the glass display. My monitors are matte like that.
Oh.
So the contrast, I can't read everything
Yeah.
that's on there.
Well, at least you have an excuse for it. Mine, it's actually the XDR display is better than my laptop display. So it's like it's even worse. But it's weird because on my laptop I don't have to do that. I think it's just the size of the screen, and when you're looking at it all day, and then your contacts get going. And,
You know, it's been a while since I did this, and maybe it's not, but you know, if you go on your phone and you change the boldness of
Yeah.
text,
Mhm.
Yep.
and it has to restart the phone, why is that?
Why?
I don't know. Maybe we should do a how-to video on how to not do that.
how to unbreak it?
By the way, guys, if you're listening to this, you got to check out the how-to videos. They've been rolling out quick.
Yep.
All different types of how-to
Oh.
videos as well. I thought there was a rocket coming in.
Oh.
But how to
accident
do everything do
button,
you
I was
want on
like,
your Apple
dang.
device.
Yeah,
So.
yeah. And we're going to be coming out, Jonathan, I was just talking about if you're warning about Mac OS software and how to do some stuff.
Yeah.
we're getting some cool stuff
I
coming out
think
for that.
Max is a great idea.
Yeah. But if it's an iPad, forget it. Because I don't know
Got
the
'em.
air between
We'll
a
get there.
next
We don't know
gen.
the difference between an Air and a Pro. Sorry.
We're done with the 30s, by the way. We're in the next episode is episode 40.
40.
Out
Yeah.
of the 3s into the
40.
4s, just like his age here coming soon.
Sad.
I got a year and a half. My name is Alex.
I'm Landon.
And I'm Jonathan.
and we'll see you guys next week.
Talk to you soon.
Yep.